let's discuss the another type of ambiguity present in the grammar called as left factoring. So once we remove the left factor and the left recursion from the grammar will be suited for a top down parsing. Now let's see how to remove left factoring from the grammar. So here the left factoring means if A is a grammar symbol which is producing more than one productions, and these productions start with a common prefix. In this case it is alpha. So at the time of the expandation, the parser will be in the confusion that A should be expanded with the first production or with the second production, because both are starting with the strings of alpha here. So if it start with the first production and after some parsing steps it come to know that this is not a production which is suited to parse the given input string, then it should move back and it should check the other alternatives of the grammar symbol. So for this it required the time, and sometime if the production is not present, then simply it will check all the alternatives. Suppose A is producing a 10 alternatives, it should check all 10 alternatives. So to avoid this confusion, just we remove the left factoring from the grammar initially only by rearranging the grammar productions. So here check out how to rearrange the grammar production. So here A is a grammar symbol, so I am going to keep A as it is. So what is the common thing in this production? So here two production have a common thing, that is alpha, and another production has a gamma. So gamma is a third production of the A which doesn't have a common prefix. So this we keep as it is. We are not going to check the production which doesn't have a common prefix. So we are going to keep these production as it is. So here I had written gamma as it is. Next, the production which have a common prefix, I am going to consider the longest common prefix and I am going to write that. So what is the common thing in this? Alpha is a common, so I had written alpha here along with the new grammar symbol. So here I introduce the new grammar symbol, that is A dash. And what this A dash produce here? A dash produce the remaining prefix or remaining thing which is not common in this, that is beta 1 and beta 2. Beta 1 from the first production, so I had written beta 1 here, and beta 2 from the second production. So here I had not changed the grammar, I had not changed the meaning of the grammar also, just I rearranged the grammar production. Let's take one example and see how to write this. So this is the formula we are going to use to remove the left factoring. So assume that the given grammar is S produces if expression then statement, if expression then statement else statement, or A. And what this E produce? E produce B. So check out, the S is producing 3 production, and among these 3, 2 have a common prefix. So check out the longest common prefix in this production. So here IETS is there, and here also IETS is there. So IETS is a common prefix in these two production. So what I should write? I am going to write the S as it is. How I written here? So S as it is, and what this S should produce here? S produce the common thing. What is the common thing in this? That is I, E, T, S. And along with this I am going to introduce the new grammar symbol. So what is the new grammar symbol here? S dash. And the A I am going to write as it is, because it doesn't have any common prefix. Next, what this S dash produce? The left out thing of a production. So what is left out here? Nothing is left out. So I will write here epsilon. And what left out from the second production? ES is left out. So ES. Next, what I should write for this E? E doesn't have any left factoring, so E production remain as it is. So this is how to remove the left factoring from the given grammar. Take one more example. So here the production is A produces small a, capital A, small a, C. The another production is A, D. Third production is A, capital A, D and epsilon. So check out what is the common in these production. So here A is there, here A is there, but here only A is there. So we should choose a common longest prefix from these production. So these two production has A common, but this the third production doesn't. So we should choose the common thing in these production. So what is the common in this production? That is A. So I am going to write that common thing. Next I am going to introduce the new grammar symbol. Say it has a dash. And what this A dash produce here? A dash produce the remaining thing. So after A, what left out in the first production? AC, second production AD and third production D. So the epsilon you should introduce as it is. So this is a grammar after removing the left factoring from it. In book they had given the algorithm to remove the left factoring from the grammar. So when I say the algorithm must take some input and it should produce some output. So let's check out what input is for this algorithm. So input is the original grammar G, and what output it produce? An equivalent left factored grammar. And what method you are applying here? The method is you are going to take each non-terminal A, then you are going to find the longest prefix alpha which is common to two or more of its alternatives. If alpha not epsilon, then there is a non-trivial common prefix. Replace all A's production as, so if the production is in this form which has more than one alternatives and these alternatives have some common prefix along with the alternative which doesn't have a common prefix, then you are going to rearrange the grammar production as A produces the common thing, that is alpha you are going to write as it is, then you are going to introduce the new grammar symbol A dash, and gamma you are going to write as it is. Then what this A dash produce here? The uncommon things of these production. So in this case it is beta 1, beta 2, so beta n you are going to write. So this is a algorithm for left factoring. So they had given an algorithm for left recursion also, just go through it. So here the algorithm for left recursion, what is the input for this algorithm? Again the grammar G with no cycles or epsilon productions. And what output I get from this algorithm? An equivalent grammar with no left recursion. And what method I am applying here in a removal of the left recursion? So first I am going to arrange the non-terminals in some order. Then I am going to consider each non-terminal. So here they had given a loop for each I from 1 to n. So you are going to consider each non-terminal from the given grammar. Then for each non-terminal, each production you are going to consider. So for to consider each production of a grammar, the another for loop is given here. So this is a inner for loop and this is a outer for loop. The outer for loop for the non-terminal and the inner for loop for that non-terminal ka each production you are going to consider, and you are going to replace the production which are in this form to this form. So once you check all the production of a given grammar symbol, then outer for loop is get increment till all grammar symbols of a given grammar is over. Then once the grammar symbols are over, then you are going to come out of these two loop and you are going to eliminate the immediate left recursion among the A's production. So whatever grammar you get at the end, that is free from the left recursion. So these two algorithms are very important exam point of view. Go through it.